Good morning. I hope you're well. I've got two cool things to show you today that you can do to your WooCommerce product page. The first one's this. This is how to add a request for quote functionality onto the single product page. So I built this nice looking, simple and elegant product page, which I'll show you how I did it. And your customers then come to this request a quote form. And rather than them being able to buy it directly through your site, they have to request a quote from you. So this is great when you've got products that you can't price up and you have to have a dialogue. There might be some customization with them, or lots of different scenarios where you might want a request for quote form. What's really cool about this though is that this form will dynamically pick up the product name for your products and send that information to you. So you don't have to create a form for every single product. Let's say you had lots of products. You create one form and it'll dynamically take the product name and email that information to you. So you know when you get that form what the product's related to. That's the first thing I'm going to show you how to do. The second one is this, which is a call for price button. So again, rather than having the add to cart button on the product page, you have this call for price button. And when your customer clicks on that, then now I'm on my Mac, so it's asking me to make a call via Skype. But if you were on your phone, then it would automatically make a phone call from your phone and they could directly call you. So again, there's two cool things you can do with your product pages. It won't take long. Hope you enjoy it and find it useful, and here we go. Right, I'm actually going to start with the call for price button because it's so simple. And I'm going to show you how, and kind of reverse engineer and show you how I built this particular page. So I'm just going to click on Edit Product at the top here. Now these examples have been built using our Woo Builder Blocks plugin, which lets you basically design the layout of your product pages using the Gutenberg block editor. So this is basically just a product that we've created using Gutenberg, the block editor. Now, if you want more tutorials around how to do this, I've got much longer tutorials just on how to use Woo Builder blocks, and I'll put links to those in the descriptions below. But basically, here we go. This is the product page, and you'll see here we've got our WooCommerce information down here. But we're using Gutenberg, the block editor, to lay out this page. And all I've done, just so you can see it, I've added a background image here, which is this chap with the VR set on, and then I've just added some blocks in here. Now I've added a heading block, and this is another heading block, and then this down here is the basically it's just the Gutenberg buttons block. So even though with Woo Builder blocks, which is the plugin I've used to build this, there are many blocks that let you recreate the WooCommerce product page here. Like you've got an add to cart block and you've got product price and all that kind of stuff. I haven't used them. All I've done is use the built-in Gutenberg buttons block. And then the call for price one, all you do to get that to link to a mobile phone is this. If I click on this, I'll show you this and go to edit. All you do, and I'll make this bigger for you. All you do is you put tell : and then your phone number. That's all you have to do is the link for it. Okay. And then that's basically it. As soon as you view that product, that button now will be linked to phone a telephone number. So it's really, really simple to do. Just use the standard Gutenberg buttons block and you can add a call for price button to your product pages. Right, time to move on to the request a quote button and form. So here's this page I built again. It's nice and clean. So this in this case is some custom furniture. Your customer will come to this page. They click on this request a quote button, takes them to this nice form, and they fill out the form and that gets emailed to you. Now we're using Ninja Forms to create this form. So the key bit here is it's not just going to send you this form, it's actually going to tell you the product information. That's what's really cool about this. So when you receive that inquiry, you know exactly what product that customer is interested in. And I'm going to show you how to do that bit. But if I look at the edit screen here of how this page is built, again, we're using Woo Builder blocks to build this plugin, to build this page. And we've basically just added a title, some text, a button, just using the normal Gutenberg buttons block. We've got an image, product image here. And then pulling down here, we've got the Ninja Forms form essentially. Let me show you how the key bit on that Ninja Forms, if I go and show you this. So when you're creating your form, and I'm going to open up the form that I've already built just to show you how you actually get it to pull through the product information. So this is the form I've built. I've called it request a quote. Okay, and there's kind of two key bits here because you want what you want is you want the product information. This is the email that comes through. You want the product name to come through on the email that you get sent from your customer. But you also want that coming through in the submissions. If you are using Ninja Forms, let me show you this actually. That form, when it comes into your site, will come into submissions here, which is great because then you have a record of it. It's one of the reasons I like Ninja Forms. You have a record of all your forms that are submitted through your site, not just the email. There's the one you see. And can you see how it's brought through the product name here as well for you? So when you see this list of entries, you know exactly what that product is about. And this is the key bit. So there's two places where you have to add this extra information. So here we have our normal form, and I've added this new field up here, which essentially I've done by adding, let me recreate this for you. So the way I've done that is I've added a hidden field, because this isn't a field that you want your users to see. So I've just added a hidden field up here. And then I've clicked on it and it's hidden, so that's fine. Your customers aren't going to see it, but this is the key bit here. This is where you actually can, these are called merge tags in Ninja Forms. And what this lets you do is pull specific information into that form dynamically. And the key thing you need here is this post title. Now don't worry, post title is product title in this case, because technically a product is a post in WordPress. And that's the default value, and that will dynamically pull through that information here for you, which is really cool. On every single product, it'll be different. The other thing that I've done here, I just changed the label to product name. Actually, I call it product, but you could call it product name, call it what you like. But that means when you receive that information, you're going to know exactly what that form is about. So that's the first thing to do. The second thing that I did is in emails and actions here, and in email notification. Now this is the email that you're going to receive. This is essentially, let's go back to the screenshot. This is the email that you're going to receive, and you really want the product name to come through on that email. So when you receive that email, you know what the inquiry is about. And again, all I've done is use these merge tags here to bring in the post title. Now I've added it to the subject line, so immediately when I get that email, I see what the inquiry is about. And again, you can just click on this little icon here, and then click on WordPress here, and choose post title, and that's just going to bring that, basically the product name, through. I've also added it in the email message as well, just so I can be 100% sure I know what I'm talking about. And again, you can access those by clicking on that little icon there, and then it's WordPress, and then you see the post title one there. Okay, so just make those two changes. Add it as a hidden product field in the fields itself. You want to add the hidden field by clicking the plus and choosing hidden here. Okay, and then in that hidden field, you bring in the default value of the post title, which is the product name. And then in emails and actions, in email notification, you want to do exactly the same thing. And that means when somebody fills out that form on that lovely custom page, you're going to know what the product's about. Okay. The other thing that I've done on this page, I mean, I've built this using Woo Builder blocks. If you do want to have that nice button on your site, yeah. So all I've done is I've added a button up here, which is just a standard Gutenberg button. It's called the buttons block. So you just search for buttons and add the buttons block. Okay. And I've linked that to a specific place down here just above my form. Okay. So to do that, it's very straightforward. First, you set your target, your anchor basically within the page. So you go to the place where you want it to link to. In this case, it's the request a quote heading. Look over on the right here and click on advanced, and there'll be a place in there just to place your HTML anchor. So you give that a name. You need to remember that name, and then to link to that, you go back to your button, click on it, and link it using the little link icon here, and then you do hash, and then you put basically the same name in, and that links that button to that specific spot within the page. Okay, so there we go. There's two hopefully really useful examples for you how you can create a request for quote button, request for quote form, and also a click to call button on your site. So I hope you found that really useful. If you did find it useful, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic, because it just helps spread the word. And if you want to see more videos like this, just click the subscribe button, because I'm doing more and more videos around the Gutenberg block editor and WooCommerce, about 2 a week at the moment. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.